Welcome back to It Gets Lonely Here, where we're in front of what I'm assuming royalty. I'm only guessing. And it's only just gonna remain a guess for at least a good while until we find out that she wants us dead. The thought is deceiving you. You're not aware. You're not aware. You tell her that you had applied to be her maid, but if that is what she wills, you will not be opposed to it. You pray that she forgives you. So, for your discombobulation, you come from a distant country. You have not traveled far for many miles. You have traveled for many miles. You know not where you are, and you do not know who she is. What? You don't know who I am? It is regrettable. You tell her, but no, you do not know her. Though that is no fault of her own. Why? You have spent such a long time running. You hardly even know yourself. Ah, so you're a fugitive. Then, from another country, I see. Of course. That's the story we're going with. I won't pry into your past. Then, if you'd rather forget about it. Cool. I don't mind sharing my past with you, though. Cool. Everybody in the country knows who I am, after all. Or at least they should. Those who are left in the country. Now that is quite an impressive boast. If it were to come from the lips of another, you would fit it unpleasantly, like arrogance. That's normally with higher ups. You get a little arrogant, I'm guessing. You do not think, however, that this girl is trying to show off. You got the feeling instead that she is merely telling the truth. That's all you need to do, just make it seem like you know what you're doing. If you don't have the pleasure of knowing me, then allow me to do the honors. My father and mother were the king and queen of the realm, and I, its princess. Okay. It works. He's now the leader of the nation. At the moment. He did say were the king and queen. I've lived in this castle. I've lived in this castle all my life. So I don't know much about the outside world. But I know that other countries do exist out there. Good. I presume it is from one of the foreign countries that you come from. Yep. Let's go with that. It is very good to meet you. I've always wanted to talk to somebody from overseas. It's it feels like quite the opportunity. I just glanced at the word and thought it was something completely different. The girl giggles at this, and you smile in response. Perfect! You tell her, unthinking, that it is your pleasure, really, to meet her, or at least you mean to. You only get halfway through this remark when the full gravity of what the girl has told you sinks in. You you came to a stop. Then you stare. Did she just say she was a princess? Shit! I didn't think of that. Yes, that's right. I'm a princess. And one day I'll be queen. After I've done a little bit of growing up. Oh. And another thing about, yeah, that actually does make sense. My ministers don't think I'm ready to run a country just yet. But I've been doing my best at my lessons. Okay. That's good. Education is good. One day I'm sure I'll be the best queen there ever was. Well, there's always room to grow. So she really is a princess. Yep. That makes sense. You suppose, given she lives in a castle, but it comes to as a surprise regardless. Well, to an extent, they could kind of use the ministers theoretically use her as a mouthpiece. Like, with any line of royalty, it would make sense that the ministers would use, well, the face as a mouthpiece regardless. If we look through history, it would make sense. With kings, queens, and all that, like, something happens, ministers just use them as a mouthpiece and just go from there. Well, that's history. Let's just continue for now. You hadn't known before you entered this chamber that you were trespassing on a lady of such great renown. Now, why, if she willed it, she could have you executed for your carelessness. An ugly red flag creeps up your face. A flash which is far more large than the princess dress. The princess's dress as you look at your feet. Bashfully, you stammer out a new address that you are very sorry for intruding upon her, and you hope that she can forgive you. Oh, it's all right. Think nothing of it. I don't mind, really. We all make mistakes. And anyway, you weren't to know. You said you weren't from this area. You nod your head in silent affirmation. It's a complete lie. You really are are not from this country. Oh, got it. You are not from this world at all. How wonderful. I look forward to picking your brain later. all of my servants come from nearby villages. Their tales are all the same. And so there's... And so there's suppressed. Suppression? Uh, yeah, suspicions. But I could do with a breath of fresh air. Well, if a lot of your stuff is from your own country, it makes sense for work to come from nearby villages or towns. My last lady's maid told me I was too impatient, impulsive. But I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting a bit of an adventure. Well, yeah, you might get in trouble. Not that I've ever been afraid of much of that. I've been shut up in here for so long. I hardly even get a chance to talk to other girls my age. Good. My last lady maid was older than me, and so was the one before her, and the one before her. Okay. Some of the princesses, for fair moods, seem to be disparate as she speaks. No wait. Some of the princess's fair mood seems to be desperate as she speaks. Her expression turning by degree into something rather more pensive. Pensive? Apprehensive? But I haven't seen any of my old lady maids in a while. Or any of the other servants for that matter. They've all disappeared. Oh, so she doesn't know at all. Now, that is quite curious. How could a whole household full of servants simply disappear? Then I don't know. That I don't know. Concerning what we got from, the gravedigger, we should know. The castle was full of servants. Once, my lady maids, and my undermaids, and my scholarly maid, and my housekeeper, and my cooks, and large retainers. They've all been gone now, though. They're all gone now, though. I think my ministers must have sent them away. I don't know why they would have done that. Though, they didn't explain it to me. Huh. Well, we already know what happened. But then again, they never explained anything to me. They still treat me like a little girl. This is the bad. She doesn't know that there's a, plague. Shoot. I'm still using Europe as an example here for this series, judging by the Eastern or Western Europe. And I know the Black Plague frickin' ravaged its way through Europe. So there's that. Yeah. I'm gonna guess the Black Plague, since it's later on? It would make sense unless I'm wrong, but I'm gonna stick with the Black Plague. Just because it makes more sense to me at the moment with the timeline. If it makes sense, that is. I know, fantasy universe. It could be a plague slightly later down the line. Back to the story. It is so tearing. Okay. She said that her ministers sent her servants away. What of her parents, the king and queen? Would they not be the ultimate authority in the castle? The castle hierarchy? You know what? We'll figure that out next episode. That's already a complex area. Because royalty. Yeah. Well, that, I hope you guys have a great, well, if it's that, a great day too. Well, I question what the developers plan to do. So, I'll see you guys next time.